Oh, welcome back to Mounjaro in the mountains, episode 2. Rather than do an update in our hotel about my weight and stuff like that, I thought I'd do it on the road. And it's mad here, hold on, take a look. So we have just gone over Chang La Pass, which is like the 9th highest motorable road in the world. And we're on the other side, we're going towards Leh, the sort of capital of the area, descending down from sort of 17,500 feet, whatever that is in meters, down to a lot lower, but still 3,500 meters, which is what's that, 11,000 feet or so. So I thought I'd give you a few of the stats, but I'll give you the backdrop of a bit more interesting. I'll give you a front drop as well. How about that? You ever fancy coming to Ladakh? Top tip, come. Right, so it's day 16 of our tour, which means it's day 13 since we arrived in the mountains into Ladakh, where we arrived at 3,500 meters. We went straight down to 3,000 meters so we could acclimatise better. Before starting on Mounjaro, I was 14 stone 11. Before coming on holiday, I was, I was 12 stone 4.6. and 4.3 even. So I'd lost 2.5 stone, pretty much. The key thing is today, which is obviously 16 days on. Oh, hold on, another backdrop for you. Does anybody get vertigo when they watch video? So, hold on, traffic. Yeah, so today I weighed 12 stone 6. So I've put on a grand total of 1.7 pounds, which when you consider that I haven't taken a jab at all since for 25 days, and when I did that was 2.5 milligrams when I was titrating down from what my sort of normal dose was. I was normally on a 5. I suppose the good news is the hunger hasn't been too bad, and well, the fact that I've only put on 1.7 pounds whilst being in the land of some of the best food, curries and stuff like that you're going to find. And in my case, momos in Ladakh, absolute favourite dish. Probably only had it virtually every day. Hold on. Another front drop for you. Yeah, so hunger's not been too bad. I have found it pretty difficult to regulate my food in the same way that it was easier at home, with the sort of protein shakes and stuff like that, and finding like whole veg and whole fruits is quite rare over here. To find a dish that's got quite a lot of veg in it, even if it's say it's a veg dish. Hold on, another drop for you. Look at that, eh? Yeah, so today marks the day where I'll decide whether to inject or not, and start again. I've got a pen with me. I'll show you later how I've been carrying that around India with us, to try and keep it cool and stuff. But for now, that's my stats. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the little bit of video, and I hope the stabilisation has worked on this, because sometimes the road's a bit bumpy. So I'll leave you with a little bit of a view. Look at that. So we're here in our hotel room in Leh at 3,500 meters. In the previous bit, I said I didn't really know whether I was going to inject or not today, but realistically today was the day. If I was either going to do it today or I was going to wait a whole week, and that's really due to our schedule, which I could probably try and show you, to be fair, but not that it really mean too much, but if I can zoom in on sort of this bit, then obviously we're around here now, and then we're at 3,500 meters, and then we're going to slowly acclimatise up again to our highest points, Hanley and Somariri. And so because of the times when we're actually going to get there, That gives us a good few days. If I inject now, 1, 2, I don't count either, 3, and so for me, the worst days that I'd ever have nausea would be on days, I suppose days 1 and 2 post injection. So if I injected in the evening, the next day and the following day when my nausea would come along. Not expecting too much nausea anyway, because it's only a 2.5 milligram. I think that only really kicked into me when I went up to 5 milligram. Anyway, so I've made a decision and I've done it. I just injected 2.5 milligram. So you know, officially I can call this little blog series Mounjaro in the Mountains, because I've actually taken some. So if you're seeing this video, it's gone alright. So what else was I going to show you? So I just thought, just for the techie geeky saddos like me out there, hopefully you can see this as well. So I did my last injection. So I track it all in a spreadsheet that I've created because I'm a data guy, and I can see that I last injected. Can we see this? Last injected up here. Yep. So last injected on the 23rd of July. Injected 2.5. Okay. It was coming out of a 5 milligram pen, so I only did 30 clicks, but not suggesting you do that. That's just what I did. And then the key thing is that was 12 days before we were going to be arriving in Ladakh, and you see the countdown going all the way. And what I tried to do with this is estimate, this is from Shotzi, seeing how much milligrams of the dose Mounjaro that I had in me. This was a guess on these days. But my key aim was, before we actually got to Ladakh, I wanted it under 1.5, and it was under 1.5 when I got here. Can't remember the exact number, but if we move on, you can see this bit here. I said like wait until acclimatise, and then what I've got here is today, 16th. I've taken a 2.5, 30 clicks again. So that's 13 days after we've arrived in Ladakh. 24 days since my last jab. And this morning I had 0.26 on board, according to Shotzi, which, you know, is doing a good job, I think. So although it says here I've just got these dates to be 1 week after the next, I'm not going to inject on that date, because when I've looked back at my India schedule, on the 23rd we are going to be in Somaviri at our highest altitude ever. So I'm not going to do it there. And if I'm honest, I'm probably going to wait until either I reach Jispa, which is on the Leh to Manali highway halfway through, or even when I get to Manali, and you can see that we would have been down at 2,000 metres. Still in the mountains though, officially, so it's still Mounjaro in the mountains. But yeah, you can see the differences between being at 4,500 metres above sea level and 2,000 is quite vast. So that's it for now. Quick little update. I've actually taken the jab. I can officially call this Mounjaro in the Mountains. Let's see what happens next. If I'm honest, I'm not really expecting anything to happen. I feel with my acclimatisation and the AMS, the symptoms, minor tiny little headache, that headache paracetamol tablets cleared up, so that's no problem. And it's just the breathlessness. Now we've got an oximeter that I bought before we're leaving England, and we test ourselves multiple times a day. Sometimes it's a bit inaccurate, but it is interesting that sometimes it could be register as maybe 85, and which is low by any respiratory ward in any hospital or any UK hospital, but it could be as low as 85. And then if I do a minute's worth of measured breathing, like I just do that for a minute, it can go up to decent levels again, up to, you know, sort of mid-90s. So sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit breathless, I just need to concentrate and just breathe in more and out more. Up till now, even though I think going to the spreadsheet, so we've just been a pang on Sal. Anybody seen the film Three Idiots? That's where the end scene was shot. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's brilliant. One of my favourites. But we can see here we're pang on Sal. Here, but we were at 4250, so it's only a minor jump. Minor, still a jump. So it could be a minor jump up to where we're going to be at our highest elevations. So I think I said in the previous video, our taxi driver carried around a humongous, like a really quite tall off the ground, oxygen cylinder, which we took into our hotel rooms. That was just a safety net. We never used it. Never really felt like I needed to use it, because the couple of times where I felt breathless, or just only a little bit breathless, just measured breathing in and out actually helped, and so got my sats back up to decent levels again, and also, sometimes I was active walking upstairs or hills or something. Not that we were trekking, but just going to between sort of restaurant and hotel or something. So going into the next part of the journey, when we go into what we call in Tour 2, where we go to Teredo, Neoma, Hanley and Somariri. I'm not really expecting much to happen. I'm expecting the breathlessness to come back. I'm expecting that if I have to, I will use the oxygen, but I'm not expecting to. I'd prefer my body to become acclimatised, but I'm not going to be stupid about any of this at all, because you must take altitude sickness and HAPE and HACE, you must take them seriously. I know somebody who's died. I know other friends of friends know people that have died from altitude sickness, so you can't muck around with this. But I feel like anything that the Mounjaro GLP-1 is going to do is going to be potentially nausea. I've not had nausea through the altitude acclimatisation, and I've been up to 4,250 metres. I just haven't been up to 4,500. So there's a difference there, but I'm not expecting that's going to be a problem. You'll also see, if you know anything about elevation changes, we've pretty much sort of gone by the rule book. I mean, the rules are, just for anybody who doesn't know, that you shouldn't go up more than sort of 500 metres. Some say 350 metres each night. And once you've gone up 1,000 metres, you should stay for 2 nights. So you'll see that we are trying to stay at 2 nights at different points, Hanley, Somariri, etc. And so every time we sort of go up, we are trying to do that. So when we leave from Leh, 3,500 metres, as soon as we get to Hanley, which is 1,000 metres higher, we are staying for 2 nights. And in fact, kind of 4, because we've got Somariri as well. Anyway, that's enough for now. Right, thanks for watching.